joining me is Stephanie Stretch, the newest member to join Kitchener City Council. Welcome, Stephanie.
Hi, Nandy. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Our pleasure here from the team at your region this week. You are very, very new to Kitchener City Council, and I believe that special day would have been January 8th, 2024. So what was your reaction when you heard the news?
Yeah, so I was at work and I was working away, and I knew it was happening on council, but I really didn't know what they were going to decide. I thought you could make a really strong case for both by-election and appointment. So I tried to carry on, but I did hear the news at the end of the day, and Barry actually called me on my drive home and said congratulations, and I was really surprised, but I was also very honored and really delighted. It was great news.
And that sounds just like Barry. You can't call him Mayor Verbrandevik, right? Yeah. He's Barry. There's only one way to address him. That is super. That would have been sort of a flashbulb moment for you.
Yeah.
And of course, the precursor to that is there was an election, a municipal election, and Aislinn Clancy was the winner of that particular election for Ward 10, and then of course she went on to run for provincial office, and so she's an MPP now.
That's right.
And so that council meeting was to decide, was there going to be another would they do a by-election?
That's right.
Would they do a member of the community, I think was one of the options on the table, or would they go with the runner-up from that election? And
that's right.
It's wonderful, the democratic process, how we come up with these decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It was and is such a great opportunity to serve the community, and I'm so thankful that it worked out this way for me. I had a great opportunity to win. And be appointed, but also I had the opportunity of losing and knowing what that's like too. So I get both. That's
right, and that is part of life, right? Knowing, overcoming and having that resilience. And your name is Stephanie Stretch, but for that municipal election, it was like Stephanie by a squeak. It was not a very big margin, was it?
That's right. It was very, very close. Less than 3% between Aislinn and I. So I lost by 115 votes. So it was very, very close.
Right. That must have been very nerve-wracking. But I'm so glad that you've picked up the torch again, and you're willing to serve your community. So just to start you off, what led you to throw your hat into going for local politics?
Politics, yeah. It really comes from a want to help people. I work and have spent a lot of time in grassroots organizations in the not-for-profit sector, and really understanding the needs of our community, and I have a real heart for service, and so really tossing my hat in the ring was really about being brave and knowing that my skill set and what I have to offer could be effective at this level, and I really hope to be a strong voice for Ward 10 and bring that back to the horseshoe. But we'll see. Yeah, I start on Monday.
Yes, that's right. You start on Monday, another special day for you. Mondays, Mondays are good days for you, and that'll be your swearing in on Monday and on your first council meeting.
That's right. Yes.
Oh, very nice. Well, again, congratulations on that.
Thanks.
So, what issues do you think need to be addressed in Ward 10?
So, Ward 10 is host to many of the issues the whole city is facing. Housing, of course, is top of mind as our community continues to grow in population, and as we have a housing crisis, with an environmental crisis, we have a lot happening. Just from where I live in the ward in Ward 10, I could throw a baseball and I could hit the encampment at Victoria and Weber. We have the safe injection site. So all of these things are, not in theory but they're part of my everyday life. So I think housing, balancing our needs and how we can develop in a green way, but also, build homes, not just houses. Working collaboratively, of course, with the region, because housing is a regional issue. So there's going to be a need, and there is a need to continue to work collaboratively to
Yeah,
solve
of
these
course.
problems, and then of course support some of the grassroots organizations doing that hard work day in and day out. I really see them as the experts on how to handle this, not just systematically from a systemic approach, but really on an individual basis. These are the people that know the names and the faces that need support.
So Ward 10 is quite a dense ward. There are a lot of people there. So for the question of housing, what strategies do you see in helping to alleviate that pressure on housing in Ward 10?
Yeah, so I think it's finding a balance, and it's working with some of the initiatives that I'm just being brought up to speed on. Some of the Housing for All, I think is the name of the campaign that I'll be learning about with what's happening with the region and how do we integrate, continue to be a strong advocate at the Horseshoe and to the other levels of government to make sure that we're holding part of our culture and building a home for people, and we're doing that in a sustainable way, not just a quick, fast, let's get it done way, but continue to meet our goals, our housing goals, and meet those needs, but do it in a very wise way.
Well, exactly. It has to be something that is sustainable. Downtown Kitchener, Ward 10, is a home to a CTS site, many shelters, and of course the encampment at Weber Street. How would you personally like to address the homelessness issues, I should say, in the downtown area?
Yeah, I think I spoke to some of that already. I mean, these are issues in Ward 10, absolutely, but in Kitchener, in the province, in Canada, it's not just a Ward 10 problem, but I think continuing to work collaboratively. I know it's a priority on council, having paid attention. I know it's being worked on and is a priority. I think finding a balance between, how do we support this needy and how do we bring in new investment opportunities so that we have jobs and we have places that we're not always leaning so heavily on our not-for-profits to make up that gap.
Not-for-profits are taking a bit of the load. Before we had started, we talked about the work that's being done by St. John's Kitchen.
Yeah, that's right.
And as well, I know, oh my gosh, Better Tent City.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, as well, Better Tent City 2.0 as well. These are all not-for-profits that share a lot of the burden in looking after our community.
Yeah, absolutely, and they share a lot and have been really visionaries in helping us solve this issue. Again, closing that gap between the systematic problems and then the individual. So I really have a lot of admiration, and I really look up to a lot of those leaders, and so I'm really hoping to be a support and not something they have to work against.
Exactly. That's excellent. And of course, transportation. I mean, Kitchener is known for the ION and the GRT, and now GO Transit, Kitchener GO Transit, there is going to be a GO station, or is there already a GO station in that area?
Yeah, so the new transit hub is planned to be there, and so of course, the issue of having two-way, 24/7.
More frequent service, perhaps.
Yes, to Toronto and back. Absolutely. I know, again, that this is a priority for council. It's something where we need to advocate not just, to Kitchener City Council, but to the region. And this is where, relationship building, Aislinn Clancy, who's been nominated as the new MPP, I'll definitely be working with her to try to, keep advocating for that. And with Metrolinx, I know they are working on infrastructure. So yeah, I'm really hoping, especially with her, having this seat, I'm hoping to bring a really strong voice and help continue that.
Excellent green initiatives, and green in the sense not politically, but green in terms of sustainability. Public transport is obviously a big priority. Obviously your plate is so full, so I want to wish you success and all the best. Congratulations again on your victory here, and thank you so much for what you do for the people of Ward 10 and our city by extension. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.